like I'm gonna have to do it again. Last week the sound didn't work before Q got there. So check it, Papa. I want to make sure. The brothers and sisters are joining us. Put a 1W in the chat if you can hear us. I didn't do it again. Okay, Most High Christ, the water. Go ahead, blow it again. Blow it again. Because I didn't know. So.
I.S.U.P.K to Israel.
So. Imagine, which means to stand. How you about to get on this side of the light shop? That's the side, yeah. Side. Grab it. The water. Wapanya Gudam, which means to rise and face the east. We're gonna start with the Lord's Prayer.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemaya, Kodash, I.S.U.P.K, Yahweh,
Malakuta, Naba'a,
Ratazad, I.S.U.P.K, Baharatazad, Kawa, I.S.U.P.K, Shemaya, Thundernau, Calm, Yawam, Asalakna,
want to say a one. I was shy now. Ayan, Ra, Ayah, the Amalakwa, Olive, Salakia, in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be.
Hakat, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh,
Salakia. There you go.
Yahweh,
Hashem Yahushua,
Baba Kasha, the Thundernau, Hakat,
Matawa, Latahar,
Amatazarai, Tamaal, Garshan, Hashem Yahushua, the Wadaman,
in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power, power to heal, all manner of sickness, and all manner of disease, power to cleanse the leper, power to raise the dead, power against the unclean spirit, cast them out, in the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be.
This is the prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Hashem Yahushua.
Rockland,
Wayasha'Allah. Waha. Ayaf-Sapar. Rapat. Magun. Hashem Yahushua. The Wadaman.
What we just said was Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua. Bless us and Israel in the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha, Ayanya, Ahahari, Ayam, Yaba'a, Izari, Ma'an, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemaya, Baharatazah, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regal, Al-Yanawam, Shamar, Kana, La'at, Yanawam, Bala'at, Yashan, Shawamor, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Shamar, Yahweh, Zazal, Al-Yah, Yawama, Hashemat, La'at, Wayarah, Layala, Yahweh, Yashamar, Kal-Ra, Yashamor, Apnapash, Yahweh, Yashamor, Zazak, Wabak, Ma'itha, Wa'ad, Aman, in the English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help coming from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot
He
to be
will not
moved.
suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth
He
thee
that keepeth
will
thee
not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth
he
Israel
that keepeth
shall
Israel
neither slumber
shall
nor
neither
sleep.
slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy
Yahweh
right
is thy
hand.
shade upon thy right hand.
His sun shall not smite thee by
His sun
day,
shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by
nor
night.
the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve
from
thee
all evil.
all evil.
He shall preserve thy
He
soul.
shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going
Yahweh
out
shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming
and
in
thy coming
from
in.
this time
From
forth
this time
and
forth
even
and
forevermore.
even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahai,
Alahai,
Adam Yalakah,
all the Mayalakah,
all the Karash,
all the Karash,
all the Shakwat,
all the Shakwa, all
Yahanna,
the Yahanna,
Abu Yabi,
Abu Yabi,
Yahamu Yawan,
Yawan,
Shanai,
Omashaniah,
Shawa,
Yasha'al,
Ash,
Ra'ach,
Al Imaka,
Alayim,
Yariyam,
Yairiyam,
Sawa,
Sawa,
Get the Yai Tazawa,
Wayafaya, I Tazawa,
Altazap Pawanyaka,
Altazap,
Mawa,
Mawa,
Hawa,
the cow,
Kaki,
when the cocky,
Goya,
Goya,
Wala,
Wala'a,
Yasakal,
Yasakal,
Sham Yashal,
Sham Yashal,
Aiwa,
Aiwa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Awai Tazawa,
Awa I Tazawa,
La,
La,
Had,
Yachad,
Aoya,
Ali,
Barya,
Barya,
Yakaraf,
Yakaraf,
Ahoya,
Aholi,
Arawam,
Arawam,
Yashima,
Wayashima Ali,
Mawab,
Mawa'ab,
Gari,
Magari,
Gabal,
Babal,
Waimawan,
Amawa,
Amala,
Amala,
Alasha,
Alasha,
I'm Yashabi,
I'm Yashad,
Tazawu,
Tazawu,
Yamashawu,
God Ashu,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Aiman,
Imam,
Hayo,
Ayo,
Zerawa,
Narawa,
Mayalawa,
Abundalawa, Salah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Laham,
Laham,
Hamad,
Hamad,
Kasayasa,
Asayasara,
Hayab,
Yap,
Nahal,
Yashwa,
Yashwan,
Yashwa,
Nashamad,
Yashmat,
Ayanda,
Ayanda,
Ayo,
Ayo,
Daman,
Yamam,
Adam,
Adam,
Shaytham,
Shayatham,
Nadiyabu,
Nadiyab,
Ira,
Ira,
Kazab,
Kazab,
Kazabat,
Kazaba,
Kazabana,
Kazabana,
all the say a come,
calling to say a come,
Shaw,
Shaw,
Amawat,
Marwa,
Naya Rashad,
Rashad,
now,
no,
no, what,
Nawa,
Hayo,
Alahaya,
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 Shayatham,
Shayatham,
Gagala,
Goggle,
Wash,
Squash,
Hanya Rakah,
Panyaraka, Cha'ach,
Shabari Yaga,
the Ba'iri Eye,
Kalahab,
Kalahab,
Kalahat,
Alaha,
Ayam,
Ayam, Khan, the Radak,
Sahara,
Basaira,
Over Sabo Pop,
Baba so Papa,
Kabahalam,
Halam,
Alaha,
Alaha,
Hanya,
Anya,
Wawan,
Alawan,
Where the Quash,
where the question,
Shamka,
Ka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yabash,
Yabash,
where Baal,
where Bahal,
Idea,
and Yah,
where Kapar,
where Far,
where Abad,
where Abad,
where the Eye,
where the Eye,
Yah,
Yah,
Hatha, Shamka,
Ka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Abad,
the Bad,
Al,
Al, one,
Al,
Al,
Ratazah,
Ratazah,
Aman.
Aman. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence, O
Keep
Yahweh.
not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy
Hold not
peace,
thy peace,
and be not still, O
be
Yahweh.
not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies make a
Thy
tumult,
enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate
and they
thee
that hate
have
thee
lifted up the
have
head.
lifted up the head.
They have taken
They
crafty
have
counsel
taken
against
crafty
thy people,
counsel against thy people,
and consulted
and
against thy
consulted
enemies.
against the hidden.
They have
They have said,
Come,
come,
and let us cut them
and
off
let
from
us
being
cut
a
them
nation,
off from being a nation.
that the name of
In
Israel
the name of Israel,
may be no more in
may be no
remembrance.
more
For
remembered.
they have consulted together
They have
with one
consulted
consent.
together with one
They
consent.
are confederate
They are
against thee.
confederate
The
against
tabernacles of
the
Egypt
tabernacles of Egypt
and the
and
Ishmaelites
the Ishmaelites
of Moab
Moab,
and the
the
Hagarites,
Hagarites,
the Baal
the Baal,
and Ammon
and
Amalek, the
the
Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of
with the
Tyre.
inhabitants of
As also is joined with them.
also is joined with them.
They have hope in the
They
children
have
of Lot.
the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the
as
Midianites,
unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to
at the
Jabin,
brook of
at the
Kassan,
brook of
which
Kassan,
perished at Endor.
perished at Endor.
They became as dung
They
for them.
became as dung for them.
Make their nobles like
Make their
Oreb,
nobles like
and like Zed,
Zed,
yea, all their princes,
all the princes,
as Zabah,
as Sabbath,
and as Amunah, who said, let us take to
let us
ourselves
take to
the
ourselves
houses of Yahweh,
the houses of Yahweh,
hold my power,
hold my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble
as
before
the
the wind,
stubble before the wind,
as the fire
as
burneth the
the
wood,
fire burneth the wood,
and as the flame
and
sets
as
the
the
mountains
flame
on
set
fire.
the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy temper,
Persecute them with thy temper,
and make them afraid with
make
thy
them
stone.
afraid with thy stone.
Fill their faces
Fill
with
their
shame,
faces with
that
shame,
they may seek thy
that they
name.
may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
Oh Yahweh,
let them be
let them
confounded,
be found
in trouble
in
forever.
trouble forever.
Yea, let them be put to shame,
put to shame,
and perish,
perish,
that men may know that thou,
thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the Most High,
the Most High,
of all the earth.
all the earth.
So be.
So be. Prepare the blessings of the power structure in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shah?
Why Yahweh Shah?
Why Mayaka Allah?
Why Mayaka Allah?
Allah Hayy.
Why Allah Hayy?
Matazabia.
Matzabia.
Allah Wap Yahanna.
Allah Wap Yahanna.
Allah Wap Yahanna.
Ha Allah Wap Yahanna.
Hasaranyo.
Hasaranyo.
Hakatazayanyo.
Hakatazayanyo.
Hasayayayo.
Hasayayayo.
Wak Waki.
Wak Waki.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Wada Aman.
Wada Aman. In the English, bless you Yahweh.
Bless you Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the
commanding general Yahanna.
Commanding General Yahanna.
The generals. The captain. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you.
Thank you.
So be.
So be.
Star, which means to turn. Shabi, which means to be seated. And born. All right, go ahead. Excuse me. Go ahead. Clap it up. Clap it up. Leviticus, the 10th chapter, I believe, verse 13. So we're in Leviticus, the 10th chapter, chapter 10 and verse 13. All right. Also, today, what's going on right now is the Harlem Cookout, right? Got it, man. Manager Yahanna is having a meeting with the leaders. They're supposed to have had the meeting with the leaders of the black community, but nobody wanted to show up, Elisha. The black community, leaders of the black community. The Black Panther Party, having some seminar. These black leaders don't really care about black people like you thought they did. It turns out that Commanding General Yahanna and the I.S.U.P.K is the only people who care about God's chosen people who are so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. And we're in Harlem, in headquarters right now in Jerusalem, where we're giving free food and clothes, all of that to God's people. All of that to anybody who shows up, whether you're white, African, Asian, or East Indian. If you show up to the food drives, the clothing drives, you will receive food and clothes. Unlike America, who denies a specific race of people resources, God does not. He's not hateful like America is hateful, and neither is the I.S.U.P.K, man. So we're all up there, brothers and sisters who could have made it. If you could make it, man, if you can still go, right? The Harlem Cookout happening right now to this weekend, this entire weekend. Be safe. Lord be with brothers and sisters that are up there and they come back safe to their destination, man. But have a good time. If you are not so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you are not welcome to any of our cookouts. Everyone understand. But Most High Christ, to Captain Cesaria, Lord allow, he will be down here soon in the next month teaching the class, right? We'll get those dates and that promotional out to brothers and sisters to make it public. But man, we got a lot of work we doing around here, man, to build up our office, to build up our nation, to fish brothers and sisters into the school so that the end times that we live in don't affect our people, because those times are coming right around the corner. The collapse of the bank. And I heard me and the brother before class, me and the officer was just talking about how in the news over the week, 300 million Americans' personal information was all stolen and hacked. 300 million. Now, if you look up how many citizens live in America, it's only 350 million. So 95% of all America, of all citizens living in America, their information was stolen and hacked. We live in the end times, man. If you want to be protected by the Most High, you better come into the I.S.U.P.K. You can't join the purple groups. You can't join your favorite Israelite group. You can't join your mama's church. They don't do anything to stop the destruction that the Lord is sending to this place. If you want protection from the destruction God is sending to this place, you better join the I.S.U.P.K. And that's all I can do is lead you to water, but I can't make you drink. Go ahead, Elisha.
And then, so like if I may just to add on what you're saying, that's why I was confused when he said Commanding General Yahanna wants to meet up with the leaders of the black community, because I'm like, oh, we talking to ourselves?
Right.
We about to go talk to other camp leaders in the UPK, because I don't look at other organizations like Dr. Umar or anybody. I don't give a damn what it is leaders, the Christian church, the Blackity Black movement, nobody.
Right.
Because for as long as we've been in America, it's been the same results.
That's right.
With any black organization. It's like a dog chasing its tail.
Right.
You understand? And in the I.S.U.P.K, under Commanding General Yahanna, black people are literally changing their lives for the better, serving the Most High God, starting to build the kingdom of heaven right here on earth.
That's right.
You understand? So when you say black leaders, it didn't even register in my mind that we would even be talking to somebody.
That's right.
But I understand Commanding General Yahanna has look, that's above my pay grade right there. I don't even think that much or that far. I think a lot, but I don't think that far. I just do what the hell I'm told.
Yeah, right.
And also, too, to add on what you said, I was just trying to Google it. I don't know how recent this information is with Donald Trump. He wants to do away with the IRS.
Yeah, God.
I mean, that's kind of, to me, I think that would be a big deal.
It is.
You understand that? Like, that would be a big deal. That's because he's a crook, right, and he don't want to be audited.
Exactly.
And he don't want to, you know what I mean? He don't want to give up 1 penny of his money. 1 penny of his money. Right. Like it. He want the homeless to sleep on the streets, to continue to sleep on the streets so he can be a pedophile.
That's right.
So like it. I yield. That's all I'm gonna do.
Yeah, right. I give him a hand. That's the truth. And this cruelty is getting worse. The oppressor's cruelty. They know the empire is crumbling. They know they're at an end. And if you are wise, you would join the I.S.U.P.K. If you have any sense to see what is going on in front of you, you would join the I.S.U.P.K, man. Join the UPK and change your life so you and your loved ones can receive the protection from the Most High God. Agree what you got. Now, remember, we're in the book of Leviticus. This is the law of Moses. This is what's going to earn you a spot in the kingdom of heaven. This is the bare minimum right here. This here, obeying these laws, is what's going to keep you safe when the hard winters come. We're in the book of Leviticus, which is the law. You better learn this law, digest it, and do it. Read what you got, Elisha.
Leviticus chapter 10, verse 13. Wakathon, Ata, Bamakwam, Kodash, Kaya, Kakwat, Wakak, Manyak, Hawa'a, Ma'ashya, Yahweh, Kaya, Khan, Tazawa, Yathya. Verse 14. Wa'af, Kaza, Hatana Wapa, Wa'af, Shawat, Hata Haftar, Wama, Da Hawa, Bama Kwawam, Ta Hawar, Ata, Wabana Yak, Wabana Waban Dayak, Ata Kaya, Kakwak, Wahak, Wakwak, Banyak, Nathanawa, Mazabakya, Shalamya, Banya Yasha'al. Verse 15. Shawak, Hathar, Wama, Wachaza, Hatana Wapa, Al, Ashya, Haha Labium, Yawa, Laha, Lahanya, Danawa, Pa, Lapanya, Yahweh, Wahaya, Lak, Wala, Banya, Adak, Lachak, Iwalom, Kashar, Tazawa, Yahweh. Verse 16. Wa'at, Sha'ayar, Hakata, Darash, Masha, Wahana, Sharak, Wayakwataza, Al Izar, Ayatamar, Banya, Aharan, Hanawathram, Laamar. Verse 17. Madawai, La'a, Akalatham, Hakata, Bamakwam, Hakodash, Kaya, Kodash, Kodashim, Hawa'a, Wa'ata, Nathan, Lacham, Lasha'at, I1, Ha'ida, Lachapar, Al Yahom, Lapanya, Yahweh. Verse 18. Ham, La'a, Hawa, Ba'a, Dama, Al, Hakodash, Panyama, Akawal, Da'ahawa, Ada, Bakodash, Kashar, Tazaya, Yathya. Last verse 19. Waya Dabar, Haran, Al, Mashab, Han, Hayawam, Hakwar, Yabwa, Khata, Adam, Wa'at, Al-Adam, Lapanya, Yahweh, Wathakor, Ana, Atya, Tarla, Wakalatya, Hata'at, Hayawam, Hayayata, Ba'ayanya, Yahweh.
That's like it. So, like, shot, you could go in there, look at the comments, and then see where we stopped last week on the YouTube. Like,
From last week?
Yeah, on
last
YouTube.
Week.
When you get the chance. All right, this is Leviticus chapter 10 and verse 13. And ye shall eat it in the holy place, because it is thy due and thy son's due of the sacrifices of the Most High made by fire. For so I am commanded. And the wave breast and heave shoulder shall ye eat in a clean place, thou and thy sons and thy daughters with thee. for they be thy due and thy sons' due, which are given out of the sacrifices of peace offerings of the children of Israel. Verse 15, the heaved shoulder and the waved breast shall they bring with the offerings made by fire of the fat, to wave it for a wave offering before the Most High. And it shall be thine and thy sons with thee by a statute forever, as the Most High hath commanded. Verse 16, and Moses diligently sought the goat of the sin offering, and behold, it was burnt. And he was angry with Eleazar and Ithamar, the sons of Aaron, which were left alive, saying, wherefore have ye not eaten the sin offering in the holy place, seeing it is most holy, and God hath given it you to bear the iniquity of the congregation, to make atonement for them before the Most High. Verse 18, behold, the blood of it was not brought in within the holy place. Ye should indeed have eaten it in the holy place, as I commanded. Verse 19, and Aaron said unto Moses, behold, this day have they offered their sin. So like, behold, this day have they offered their sin offering and their burnt offering before the Most High, and such things have befallen me. And if I had eaten the sin offering today, should it have been accepted in the sight of the Most High?
It was we started 10 and 12.
And then, 10 and 12. And then is there any comments on there?
Comments to Sister Yahanna checked in.
Most High Christ, shalom, sis. Sister Yahanna. To all the sisters that's checking in, all the brothers as well, y'all.
Of course, my sister Ryan shared the class.
Oh, Most High Christ.
Hold on, check Facebook real quick.
Anybody has any comments? Anybody has any question? Make sure you ask your questions. All right. Most High Christ, no sweat. Go ahead, Elisha. Yeah, verse 20.
Leviticus chapter 10, verse 20 in the Hebrew. Waya Shemai, Masha, Waya Yata, Ba'ayanyawa. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 1. Waya Dabar, Yahweh, all Masha, wa all Aharon, La'amar, Alaham. Verse 2. The bar all Banya Yasha'al La Mar Za'at Hachaya Ashar Da'al Makal Haba Hama Ashar Al Aharataza. Verse 3. Call Ma Parsa Washa Sight Shasai Parsa Ma'ala Gar. No, it's like Garah. Yeah, Garah Baba Hama. Ata da Kawa. Verse 4. Ak Zala da Kawa. Mama Alya Hagara Wamama per Yasya Hapar Sa Aparasa Hagamal Kaya Ma'ala Gar Hawa'a Wapar Sa Ayanyawa Mapar Yas Tama Hawa'a Laham. Verse 5. Wa'a Hashapan Kaya Ma'ala Gara Hawa'a Wapar Sala'a Yapar Yas Tama Hawa'a Laham. Last verse 6. Wa'a Run Bath Kaya Ma'ala Gara Hawa'a Waparsala Hapar Yasa Tama'a Hawa'a Laham.
All right. Now this is getting good because remember, we're in the book of the law of Moses. This is what we're about to read is going to teach you the foods that you are allowed to eat and the foods that we are not allowed to eat. There's a misconception in the world because of the Black Christian church where Black people think they can eat whatever they want. That's not true. In the Bible, what we're about to read, it tells you, the Most High God tells us what we can eat and what we can't eat. If you can't eat it, kiss it goodbye. There's no need for you to, oh, we can't eat that. We can't. Don't grieve it. Just, okay, don't sweat. There's bison. We're going to get into what we can and cannot eat right now. So you don't have to worry about it because the foods that we have been eating that we weren't supposed to eat have caused us great travail. They've caused us great sickness and infirmities. When you look at all of the pork and all of the high blood pressure and the death that we die, when I say we, I mean so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, all because of our health, Elijah. All because of our health. The things that we are not supposed to eat is right here. Let's get into it in Leviticus chapter 10 and verse 20. And when Moses heard that, he was content. Now this is Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Verse 3. Whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven footed and cheweth the cud among the beasts that ye shall among the beasts that shall ye eat. These are the beasts you can eat. If they chew cud, which is they chewing grass, munching on grass, meaning they're not omnivores, they're not carnivores, Elijah, they're herbivores. They only eat grass, not flesh, which is what carn mean. Carna is flesh in Latin, right? So they don't eat flesh, they don't eat meat, they only eat grass. That's what their digestive system is built for. But in addition to them only eating grass, they have to be cloven footed. They have to have a split hoof. They can't have a paw, Elisha. They can't have any other foot. They can't have a hoof like a horse's hoof. Horses, eat grass. But horses don't have a split hoof. They have a solid hoof. All right. So out of those beasts you shall eat. If they chew grass, they have a split hoof, you can eat them. So give me some names of lawful clean beasts that we can eat. The main one we all know, beef, cow.
I learned this from you, Drag.
I was about to give that, you gave it away. That's a trick question. Because a lot of people, when you hear the law and you hear the beast, the giraffe is lawful meat that you can eat. You can absolutely eat
bison.
Giraffe.
You can
bison,
eat buffalo.
Buffalo.
You can't eat moose because it's split.
No, moose you can.
I thought they hoof was split.
That's what you can eat. You can't eat a solid hoof.
No, but they got like a toe. They got like some.
It's split.
But it ain't a hoof.
Yes, it is.
Sure.
God.
It look like a foot.
I'm positive.
Oh, okay, well, moose.
Moose, that's a part of the venison family. Deer's feet are the same. Elk, same thing. Elk, venison, moose.
What's another one? So it ain't too many more I would even. Yeah, I know it's other law ones, but the ones that I probably that encounter, I know. Did we say deer? I don't know.
Deer is venison. That's venison.
I don't know. Deer said it though.
That's venison. I said venison.
Okay.
Your venison is deer if you don't know. So that's venison or deer. That's elk. Anything in that bovine family. That is what you can eat that is split hoofed. That's everything we just named. Those are lawful beasts you can eat. Does everyone understand? That's lawful beast. Now let's keep going. Remember, it has to chew cud, and they have to have a split. The hoof must part, which means it is cloven footed. It's split. That's the cloven foot he's talking about with the moose. Get a picture of a moose's hoof, and you'll see it being cloven footed. All right. This is verse 4. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divided the hoof, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divided not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. So does camels chew cud? Yes, camels chew cud. Do they divide their hoof? No, they do not. So they are, so they are unclean for you to eat. So camel is an unclean animal. Verse 5, and the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. Let's look at what coney is in the Bible dictionary. You mind looking that up for me real quick, Elijah? Coney, C-O-N-E-Y. Coney. Let's look that up real quick. Right? It says, and the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. Verse 6, and the hare. Anybody know what a hare is? H-A-R-E.
You better not eat them right now.
You know what they are? I know, with them damn spectacles coming off of them, tentacles. That is a bunny rabbit, aka a rabbit. That's a hare. A rabbit, a bunny, those are unlawful. A hare, that's what the old name is for a bunny. It says, and the hare, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. Right? That hoof, or that foot on a bunny is a foot. It's like a paw, like a cat or a dog. So they're not split hoofed. right? They don't have hooves. So the bunny is, as much as white people like to make bunny rabbit seem like a clean, delicate, lean meat, it is unclean and it is unlawful for you to divulge in that. All right, now that's it on that. Let's look at what the coney is. See animals, so now you have to go to A. So you have to go to animals. And then it should be in animals. So where are animals at? Here, so animals. So let's go to coney right here. It's similar to a rabbit. So a coney is like a rabbit. It's another name for a rabbit, right? Coney, hare, rabbit, bunny. Those animals are unclean beasts that crawl on the earth. So if it does not have a split hoof and it does not chew cud, then that means it is unclean for you to eat. It's unlawful for you to eat. You can't eat pork. You can't eat bunnies. You can't eat turtle. You understand? You can't eat, oh my God, you're a Southern Judite. You eat raccoon and possum. That is unlawful, right? Coon, possum, squirrels. That's another one that is unlawful. Rats, and some Israelites, they eat rats and mice. Those are unlawful. You can't do it. Hamsters. I don't care how much of a drought there is. I don't care how much people are starving to death. You are not allowed to eat those unclean animals. Everybody understand? Now it's on you, Elisha. The water for getting there.
So we're going back to the Hebrew. All right, Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7 in the Hebrew. Wa'af hachazayar kaya ma paryam para salaki parsa hawa'a washa sai shasai parasa wa hawa'a gara la'a yagar sama hawa'a lacham. Verse 8. Maba sharam la'a da'chawa wabana balatham la'a daga'aiwa tama yam ham akam. Verse 9. At za da'chawa makar ashar bama yam kar ashar lawa sana sanapyar wakwa shak bam yam bayam wabana kalyum atham da kawa. Verse 10. Wakar ashar ayam lawa sana sanapyar wakwash kwashat bayamyum wabana kalyum makar sharataza hamyum wamakar napash hakaya ashar bamyum shakwataza ham wakam. Verse 11. Waya shakwataza haya yahayawa wakam mabasharam la'a da kawa wa'a nabalatham dasha kwatazawa. Verse 12. Kar ashar ayan lawa sanapyar wakwa shak banyam shakwataza hawa'a lakam. Last verse 13. Wa'a Allah dasha kwatazawa man ha'aiwa la'a yalkawa shakwataza ham at hanashar wa'a hakwaram wa'a ha'ai zanya.
That's it. Remember, we're still on the lawful food that you can eat, lawful animals, unlawful animals that you can or cannot eat. We're in Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7. And the swine, everybody knows this. And every so-called Abrahamic religion, every civilized society understands that swine is completely unlawful, but because it is so cheap, everybody eats it. Everybody gets it. I don't give a damn how cheap pork gets, how expensive chicken gets. You better put the pork back and pick up the chicken. Because the chicken is lawful, the swine is unlawful. And everybody knows it. Every civilized society, every so-called Abrahamic religion, they all understand that the swine is not to be touched. Even people who aren't religious, people who are in those so-called nutty nut groups, the blackity black groups, the Black Panthers, the Dr. Umar followers, they all know that the swine, which for those of you who live under a rock and don't know, swine is pork, it's pig, it's hog, right? The sow is the female and the hog is the male. And then you have these old feral hogs that's running rampant in Texas and Louisiana that people will pay you to hunt. That is unlawful for you to eat it. It's not unlawful for you to kill them if you're keeping them off your property, but you cannot go and eat that flesh because swine is unlawful food to eat. And the swine, though he divided the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you. Another good point too, Elisha, for all the brothers and sisters who I know are getting into buying land and getting farms or getting ranches. It is the reason the Lord created a hog, pig, because they're the garbage disposals of the earth. There won't be, like before there were trash companies in every municipality, there would be a job of a man to take his pigs and go through the streets of New York, the streets of Boston to collect all, and guess what the pigs would do? They would just eat all of the garbage that you threw out on the corner because that is their job. They're made by the Lord to be the garbage disposals of the earth. The same with oysters in the water. The same with the shrimp, crab, and lobster in the water. They are made to dispose of the foul excrement of the earth. Why would you go and cook it up and even put it in your mouth? The Lord didn't create it to be eaten by human beings. Sure, they have predators of their own kind, but they weren't made to be eaten by you. The pork, swine, they weren't made to be eaten by people. They were made to collect all of our garbage and excrement. So you don't have trash that builds up mountains high and then you pollute the earth. You pollute the earth with your garbage because the white man is so foolish. He eats the swine instead of using it to be a garbage collector. That's what they're created for. Everyone understand? Please go ahead.
And if I may, just to add on, no different than the shrimp that are in the sea.
That's what I did. God, the lobster and crab.
The lobster and the crab, those are all animals that are supposed to be like the garbage disposal. They get rid of anything that's in the ocean that that may have died, you know what I'm saying, that may pollute the ocean. So if you eating shrimp and you eating all the goddamn pigs, in reality, it's like you throwing an ecosystem on because they can't do their job because you won't allow them. You and the white man is in the ocean collecting all the damn shrimp, and we wonder why the water tastes funny. Now you got the you see what in Walmart they got the recalls on the radioactive shrimp, all this radioactive shrimp that they have to keep recalling, and we keep
because they ain't made to be eaten.
Because they're not made to be eaten for one. Because shrimp will eat anything, it absorbs anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? So with that being said, just keep eating shrimp and you're gonna learn the hard way. I thought COVID would have taught us a lesson about eating unlawful food, but it didn't.
Damn right.
It's a lot here.
You would think that have the people on the earth that died because of scarlet fever or swine flu or recently COVID, you would think people would learn that, but people are more interested in what their penis wants or their vagina wants or their stomach wants than what God wants. And we have to be a people who are spiritual, supernatural. You can't worry about what your flesh wants. You have to focus on what the Most High God wants. That's what you do. What he wants, not what you want. You may want to unalive somebody because they made you mad. You may want to punch your wife because she talked back to you, but that's not what the Lord wants. You have to be spiritual and stop being so carnal. And the Lord doesn't want us to eat pork. Swine is unlawful, brothers and sisters. We are not allowed to eat it. Does everyone understand? It says, verse 8. Now he does eat. I mean, he is cloven-footed, Elijah. The pig is cloven-footed. No porco. The pig is cloven-footed, but he does not chew cud. He eats everything. They will eat their own dead young. Like they will eat everything, anything. Why? Because that's what they were made to do. You weren't made to eat it. Let's keep going. Verse 8. Of their flesh shall ye not eat. So you know what that means? Old Southern Judahites, no pork rinds. chicharrones for Isupk. They eat the pork rinds in Spanish are chicharrones, right? You can't, that's unlawful. You can't, you can't do it. You can't cut that skin off and fry it up, and then the chips, those are unlawful. You can eat the flesh of a lawful animal, right? You want chicken skin, that's fine. I don't know why you would eat it, but you can. But you can't eat swine's flesh, right? It is unclean and unlawful to eat. Verse 8, of their flesh shall you not eat, and their carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean to you. Verse 9, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the water, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall you eat. So what seafood can you eat? You can only eat seafood that is fish that has fins or scales. And don't give me that goddamn garbage about, well, you can look at a tuna scales with a microscope. They didn't have no goddamn microscope during the time of Moses. How would they have looked at tuna with a microscope? If you can do this to a fish and all those scales flake off, that's a lawful fish. If you can't see the scales on the damn fish, it's unlawful. You have to be able to take a fish out the ocean, a fish out the river, a fish out the lake, look at its scales, examine it, look at its fins, it's a lawful fish. That alligator gar, that's lawful. It may have teeth like a human, but they are lawful to eat. What can't you eat in the sea? Shrimp, crab, lobster, turtles, sea snakes, alligator. That's a big thing amongst those Judites in Louisiana. Alligator is unlawful. They have scales, they don't have fins. Okay? You have to eat what God permits you to eat, or you get high blood pressure, or you get, hypertension. You get radioactive shrimp and you die of some disease. What's lawful?
When you said teeth, I looked at
shed fish.
Sheep shed fish.
It's lawful.
They got teeth like us.
Yeah, they lawful.
They got fins and scales.
Teeth on the fish wasn't the it wasn't the criteria for the Most High. Listen, I don't eat fish. I'm not a fish eater, but salmon is good and it's lawful. That Aki saltfish, Benjamin's Duke, it's lawful. Salmon, red snapper. What's the other one? That's another one. I
believe. What's the one you
crappie? That's lawful. Crappie is lawful. Yeah.
What's the other one? Is bass?
Bass is lawful. Big mouth bass. They grew up to be the size of this scroll. That's plenty of meat on a fish. That's lawful. There's no reason for you to go get catfish. There's no reason for you to eat shrimp and crab and lobster. Those are unlawful fishes of the sea, unlawful sea dwellers. You cannot eat those, right? That's unlawful. Let's keep going. It says, verse 10, and all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. They shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses an abomination. Their carcass, their dead flesh, to eat it, it's all an abomination. It's a sin. It's disgusting. It's wicked, right? You cannot touch it. I'm sorry, you cannot eat it. And if you touch his dead flesh, it is unclean. You'll be unclean. All right. This is verse 12. Whatsoever hath no fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you. Verse 13. And these are they which ye shall have an abomination among the fowls. Fowls are birds of the air. Those are the things on the earth that fly. Right? I watched some nut that thinks they know the Bible, some white woman who thinks she knows the Bible. She tried to criticize the Bible for calling bats fowls. Bats are fowls. She tries to get all scientific. Well, bats aren't birds. That's not what the Bible says. The Bible calls them fowls because they fly. That's what a fowl is. Like when Esau has a sport called waterfowl hunting. That's any bird that flies. That's duck, which is unlawful, right? That's waterfowl. Duck and geese. It's anything that flies. That's what's considered a fowl. They're categorized like that to make it we're a simple people. Remember that about Jacob. We're simple. We don't need you to get all technical. Just tell us the damn thing flies. A bat flies, it's a foul. It's unlawful. Verse 13. And these are they which ye shall have an abomination among the fowls. They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle and the ossifrage and the osprey. Those are unlawful animals. Eagles, falcons, vultures, unlawful birds, right? These are unlawful birds. There are birds, I.S.U.P.K, that are lawful that you can eat. Which like old Quentin Lucas, he eats a ton of unlawful birds, a ton of unlawful food. Mayor Quentin Lucas is a sinner. How do I know? Because he's not in the I.S.U.P.K. And if you're not in the I.S.U.P.K, you're a sinner too. You want to come into school and you want to learn what you are supposed to do and what you aren't allowed to do. All right, that's it on that lecture.
I was thinking, like, so what did the oppressor? What did she classify back? What was
So that scientifically is classified as a, I don't know if it's an insect, but it ain't a bird. Her point, her whole entire point was bats aren't birds, and the Bible classifies it with birds because it flies. You dumb bitch. So like, excuse my language.
I'm
because it flies.
with the Bible. I was just curious.
Of course, but that's what her claim was. It's not a bird, and the Bible contradicts itself because it calls a bat a bird. Bitch, that's not a contradiction. That's called
That's not even a contradiction.
That's called just keeping it simple. It's a fowl because it flies like birds do. You ever see a hummingbird? A hummingbird is just as tiny as a damn bat. They both fly. That's the reason why it's a fowl, not because it's a bird, right? We're not stupid. We just keep things simple, unlike Esau. Esau complicates stuff and they still are dumb. The white man complicates inside and makes everything to be a riddle, and they still eat pork, they still eat bats, they still cause COVID, they still refuse vaccinations that's going to save their lives. So as you're so smart, your people are still dumb. And we are the people who are smart. How do I know? Because you don't even have a washcloth in your house, white woman. You washed up with soap, with a bar of soap. If that, you wash with a bar of soap. We are the people of the Bible, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And we are people who are clean, and we eat clean animals, and we don't do unclean things or eat unclean animals. Everyone understand? Read what you got, Elisha. That's all on you.
Kind of. I'm going back to the Hebrew. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 14. Wa'af, hada'a, wa'af, ha'ya, lamyana. Verse 15. Af, call, ira, lam, yanwa. Verse 16. Wa'af, ba, hayai, Hayayna, wa'af, hata Hamas, wa'af, hashaka, wa'af, hanataza, lamyana. Verse 17. All right. Wa'af, hakawas, wa'af, hashalak, wa'af, haya nashawat, hayana shawat, hayana shawat, hayan shawat. Verse 18. Wa'af, hata nashamat, wa'af, hakwa'af, wa'af, haracham. Verse 19. Wa'af, hakasayadat, anapat, lam yana, wa'af, harawat, yapat, wa'af, ha'ai salat. Last verse 20. Call, sharatazal, ha'ai hakala, al, arabai, shakwatazal, hawa'alacham.
All right. Now, back to birds, right? This is Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 14. And these are unclean birds, unclean fowl of the air you cannot eat. We're still on the unclean. It says in verse 14, and the vulture and the kite after his kind, every raven after his kind, and the owl and the nighthawk and the cuck owl and the hawk after his kind, and the little owl and the cormorant and the great owl and the swan and the pelican and the gier eagle. Verse 19, and the stork, the heron after her kind, and the lapwing and the bat. Verse 20, all fowls that creep going upon all fours shall be an abomination unto you. If it flies, it creeps on all fours, or it's the most previously listed, if it's the previously listed birds of the air, they are unlawful to eat. eagles and, hawks, chicken hawks, vultures, ossifrage, osprey, nighthawk, owls. Those are unlawful. Now, I've never, thanked the Lord, I've never known Jake to go crazy with the birds of the air. We usually just stick to chicken or quail. That's it. We get simple with it. Everything else probably don't even taste good. Thank God we never tried it. But it's unlawful. So we cannot eat it. Now, I have known Jake's around Esau's Christmas, which is unlawful to celebrate, eat duck.
Oh, yeah.
I've known some Jakes eat duck. Duck is unlawful. You are not allowed. Duck is unlawful. It's unclean. You're not allowed to eat it. Swans. That's the same thing. The duck, the swan, it's another one of those things. Duck, swans, geese. Geese is unlawful. Right? Those are unlawful birds of the air. All right? Go ahead and let show. Thank the Lord. Jake don't get too clever when it comes to the birds of the air. Mostly because we can't catch it. You got to actually have the aim to shoot a bird down to get the damn thing. Chickens are just there. What else? Quail. Quail you got to hunt too. But most Jake only really does chicken. Chicken, and that's really about the only bird we really eat.
Except maybe the brothers and sisters that was we scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So we might got some brothers and sisters, tucked off in the cut in China and over there at the Moabites.
Not eat them bats.
Well, I'm just saying,
leave them bats the hell alone for you get COVID-24.
You might be influenced by them over there in their culture, but other than that, like we didn't chicken. Yeah, chicken.
We stick to chicken.
Give us some
good. Give Jake's a hand. At least we got that diet right. Chicken is it, right? We stick to chicken or quail. We don't get too lavish when it comes to the birds.
Penguins and shit.
Penguins is it. Those you can't. It's unlawful, right? You cannot eat those. Chicken, quail. What else? Pheasants, doves. You can eat those. Those are birds you can eat. Go ahead, Elijah Shop.
Kind of. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 21. Za, da, kawa, makal, sharataza, I.S.U.P.K, hahala, al, arabai, ashar, lawa, kar, ayam, mama, al, lara, galyawa, lanadar. Yeah, lanadar, bahan, al, harataza. Verse 22. Allah, maham, da, kawa, ma slaki haraba lam yanawa wa hasala ein lam yan lama yana. I was twisting my tongue right there. Lam yan hawa
Mayanahawa.
lama ya.
No. You said it right the first time. Lama yanahawa.
Lama ya nahawa. Salaki. It was twisting my tongue. So like, hakar gal, lama ya na how, lama ya na hawa. No. Hakaga. Yeah, hakaga. Lama ya na hawa. Like lama ya na what? Lama na hawa. Lama ya hawa. Damn, wow, that one's killing me. Verse 23. Wakal sharataza ha'ai ashar lawa arabai regalim shapataza hawa alakam. Verse 24. Wala Allah that ma'awa call hana guy banaba lathom yatama I ha'ai. Verse 25. Wakal hana sha'a manaba balatham yakabam baga bagadyawa watama I ha'ai. Verse 26. Wakal haba hama ashar hawa'a mapar sa parasa washa I washa sa ayan shasa I wagara I. Is that what you're saying? Ayanna. Okay. Ayanna ma'ala Tama Ayam, Ham, Baham, Call, Hanagai, Baham, Yatama. Last verse 27. Wakal, Hawala, Al, Kapayawa, Wakal, Hakaya, Hahalakha, Al, Arabai, Tama Ayam, Ham, Call, Hanagai, Banabalathon, Yatama, Aid, Ha'ira.
This is Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 21. Yet these may ye eat of every flying creeping thing that goeth upon all four, which have legs above their feet to leap withal upon the earth. Verse 22. Even these of them ye may eat, the locust after his kind, and the bald locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. But all other flying creeping things which have 4 feet shall be an abomination unto you. And for these ye shall be unclean. Whosoever toucheth the carcass of them shall be unclean until the even. So touching the carcass of any unclean thing, which will make dead flesh unclean to touch. Because when somebody dies, it makes them, you're unclean to go to a burial. So to touch a flesh of a dead thing, the carcass of anything dead, it makes you unclean. Does everyone understand? You're unclean with this beetle and this animal, you're unclean until sundown. The death of a human being, the Bible says you're unclean for 7 days. So for you to go to a burial, which is what you call a funeral, right? You will be unclean 7 days. From sundown when you went to the burial until the week after, that will be until even that's when you'll be clean again. Right? So if you go to a burial, you go to one of those grave sites and you drop off flowers to the dead loved one of your family, you will be unclean for 7 days. But if you were to touch the dead beetle, right, you're unclean for until even. Right? You're going to touch the body or the carcass of an unclean animal, you're unclean until even. Does everyone understand? That's what the law just said. You're unclean until even. The death of a human being, you go to their burial and you bury them, you touch their body, you're unclean for 7 days. All right. This is verse. So like I'm in verse 25. And whosoever beareth aught of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean unto the even. You hear that, white people? You got to wash your damn clothes. You working in a slaughterhouse. You're around dead things. You're around carcass and flesh. You white people let the dogs and cats go in the kitchen with you. You don't know about cleaning and washing. You don't do that. Wash. There are rules, laws about washing. You want to wash. What does the sister Yahanna say? Sister said beaver. Yep, sis, Yahanna, they eat beaver. They do all types of things. The Esau's military, there's a part of training called SEER school, which is survival, evasion, resistance, and I forget what the other E is. But the point is to they put you through a situation where you are getting captured, because if you go into a forward area and get captured, you need to be trained on what it's like. You'll go without food. So they got you in some wood somewhere, and they show you how to kill rabbits and eat rabbits, how to eat beetles and certain worms that have protein in them, snakes, something like that. Beaver is one of those things where they'll teach you, like, you can eat beaver, it has this protein, something. Anywho, if you're an Israelite, you are forbidden to eat those things. Snakes and beavers and rabbits is unlawful. What else did the sister say? I think she had more comments. Oh, about the clean and unclean animals. What else did Sister Yahanna say?
Possum, squirrel. Why do people say chicken is unlawful? I've never heard that.
I've never heard chicken is unlawful either, sis.
Oh, I'm gonna assume though why.
Because they peck at anything.
Yeah, because they'll turn around and eat their own drop.
God.
That it's still lawful.
Yeah, people, because black people think they're smarter than the Most High, they start getting into different books and they start to look at certain animals, and the chicken is one of the animals black people are familiar with. And examining a chicken, you see that a chicken will peck at things. If you put scraps in front of a chicken, you put the scraps of your vegetables, fruits, they will just pick and peck at everything. It doesn't make them unlawful. The reason why the pig is unlawful is not because he eats everything. That's not why the pork is unlawful. Pig is unlawful. Number one, because the Lord said he is. Number two, because he doesn't just chew cud and he isn't cloven footed. It makes him unlawful. If the pig was cloven footed and chewed cud, it would be lawful to eat. But it's unlawful because the Lord put specifications on animals to eat. Chickens are fowl, so they don't fall under the beast. They fall under the fowl of the air. Chickens are not one of the unlawful birds, so they are lawful to eat. That makes enough sense. But people believe that chickens are unlawful because they will peck at anything. But that doesn't make them unlawful.
And
go ahead.
And if I may, and all they do is try to use the chicken to justify eating pork.
And that's it.
It's pretty much all they do. They just, well, if you the pig, because you know they mind, they like that, they feel like the pig is unclean because
they eat anything. Because
they eat anything, when in reality it's because the Lord said it was unlawful. And also
they don't have a split hoof.
They don't have a split hoof.
They're not close.
So they try to justify the pig being unclean because now if the pig is unclean and then it turn around and eat his own poop, the chicken do too. So
we can eat it all.
We might as well just eat it all. That's all they doing. Since they just trying to justify it.
Well said. Well said. Get it by the hand. Well said. But we're reading about what is lawful and unlawful. So you can't miss it. It's in the Bible. All you have to do is go to Leviticus, the 11th chapter. All right. This is Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 25. And whosoever beareth aught of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. If a piece of dead pig, a piece of dead flesh gets on your clothes, you have to wash those clothes and you're unclean. All right, that's what that's saying. Verse 26, this is where you stop, right? Verse 27.
Stopping at 27.
The carcasses of every beast which divided the hoof and is not cloven footed, nor cheweth the cud, are unclean unto you. Everyone that toucheth them shall be unclean. Verse 27. And whatsoever goeth upon his paws among all manner of beasts that go on all four, those are unclean unto you. Whoso toucheth their carcass shall be unclean until the evening. All fours would be dogs, cats, hyenas, any cat, all those lions, tigers, bears, anything that walks on all fours that's a beast is unclean. That's simple to understand. All right, simple to understand. Go ahead, right, Shah.
Now we back in the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 28.
So like I said, anything on paws. Oh, on paws, which would be dogs. Dogs have paws. Rabbits on all fours on paws. Anything of the cat family, anything of the dog family. Let's just make it simple. Bears, they have paws. Anything of the bear family, polar bear, grizzly bear, black bear. There's a lot of devils that get into hunting bears for their fat. It's unlawful. Monkeys have paws for sure. That goes into it because they crawl on all fours.
They crawling up.
Anything with paws and they walk on all fours, or they can walk on all fours, it is unlawful. So you don't even have to look at it to see what it does. If it has paws and it's on all fours, it's unlawful. The Chinese are good at eating things with paws. That's unlawful. That's why they give COVID-19 into the world.
Africans, y'all eat that bush meat.
Yeah, which is monkeys.
Yeah, I don't think I knew about that bush meat.
Yeah, that has paws and good God knows what else. It's a whole bunch of nastiness. So yeah, anything with paws and goes on all fours, it's unclean. All right, keep going. I'm about to have to charge this phone up. Go ahead, read what you got to like. Getting low.
Leviticus chapter 11, verse 28 in the Hebrew. Yahanna sha'a nabalathon yakabas bagadiwa watama id ra dom hama bakom. Verse 29. Wazat lachom hata ma basharataza hasharataza al harataza ha waha kabar wahatazab lamaya nahawa. Verse 29. Wazat lachom hatama basharataza hasharataza al harataza hakala waha kabar Wahatazah Lamaya Lam Yana Hawa Lamaya Ho Lamayan Hawa Lamayan Hawa. Verse 30. I read that twice. Waha Anak Wahaka Wahala Ta'a Waha Hamat Waha Danashmath. Verse 31. Allah Hata Ma'ayim Lacham Bakal Hasharatazah Kal Hanagad Baham Bamathom Yatama Ha'ira. Verse 32. Wakal Ashar Yapal Al Yawa Maham Bamathom Yatama Makal Kal Ya Aitazah Awa Bagad Awa I war Awa Shak Kal Ya Ashar Ya Aisha Malaka Baham Mamyom Yawa Ba'a Watama Aid Ha'ira Watahar. Verse 33. Wakal Ya Karash Ashar Yapal Maham Al Dawakawa Kal Ashar Batha Bawath Batha Wathwa Yatama Yatama Wa'athwa Dasha Bar. Verse 34. Makal Kal Ashar Ya Kal Ashar Yaba Wa'a Al Yawa Mayom Yatama Wakal Masha Kwa Ashar Yashata Makal Kal Ya Yatama. I think I'm stopping at 35, right? I believe so. Wakal, so like
I'm not done up here like
Leviticus chapter 2. So like it, sir.
If I'm not done up here reading English too.
Kind of. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 35. Wakal Shar Yapal Manaba Laktam Al Yawa Yatama Dana War Wakal. It's like Wakayarium Yatataza Tamya Ayom Home Watam Ayom Yahayawa Lahom.
I'll stop at 34.
I was supposed to stop at 34. Oh, I read one over there. All right. Going back to the English, Leviticus chapter 11. Where do I start? 27?
Mm-hmm. No, 20. Yeah, 27. No, 28. You did. You said right. You did right. You stopped at 35. You right. 28 to 35. You right the last shot.
Okay. Because you stopped it, and whatsoever goeth upon his paws among all men.
Yeah, that's 27.
That's where you stopped.
So you started at 28 to 35.
35.
27 or 28?
Oh, 28 through 35.
There you go. You right.
And then it's 36 through 41, right?
Time.
Yeah. All right. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 28. And he that beareth the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. They are unclean unto you. Verse 29. These also shall be unclean unto you among the creeping things that creep upon the earth, the weasel and the mouse and the tortoise after his kind. Verse 30. And the ferret and the chameleon and the lizard and the snail and the mole. Verse 31. These are unclean to you among all that creep. Whosoever doth touch them when they are dead shall be unclean until the evening. Verse 32. And upon whatsoever any of them when they are dead doth fall, it shall be unclean, whether it be any vessel of wood or remnant or skin or sack, whatsoever vessel it be wherein any work is done. it must be put into water, and it should be unclean until the evening. So it should be clean. So, like the Bible said, if any of these unclean things touch any of these vessels, the vessels are unclean too. So you can't go if it's unclean, you can't go serve somebody some food. Damn, you only on 14%. You can't go serve somebody some food on an unclean vessel. So all them damn Chinese restaurants we run to every weekend or every other day eating, and you know, Lord knows what the hell they in there cooking. That whole building's unclean because they don't clean anything inside the Chinese restaurant. Not at least they not leaving it unclean till the evening. But you know, we're in captivity, and I know we can't stress, but I'm just saying how unclean these heathens are. You know what I mean? We can't go inside the restaurant either and worry about what the hell they doing. We'll drive ourselves crazy.
Right.
We just get the clean food. But I was just using the example like the heathen, they're not cleaning anything, any vessel from any unclean thing and letting it sit until the next day, until the evening. You know what I mean? That's our biblical way of doing things. That's the biblical way of doing things because this is our culture. We're very clean people.
That's right.
You understand? So if it's unclean, look, this is unclean and this is unclean. Oh, this is unclean. Look, we got to keep this separate from all our clean things. That's what the Bible's saying right there. Verse 32, and upon whatsoever any of them, when they are dead.
You're still supposed to stop at 34, even though you started at 28. You still
I'm supposed to still stop at 24.
Yeah, so
when
you start in English, stop at 34.
Stop at 34, it's kind of the count. And every, hold on, let me finish 32 slide. And upon whatsoever any of them, when they are dead, doth fall, it shall be unclean, whether it be any vessel, wood, or raiment. Okay, I read this. Or skin or sack. Whatsoever vessel it be, wherein any work is done, it must be put into water, and it shall be unclean until the evening, so it shall be cleansed. 33. And every earthen vessel whereunto any of them falleth, whatsoever is in it shall be unclean, and ye shall break it. Oh, so the earthen vessel, it's unclean, period. And I'm assuming Officer Malak might know the signs or whatever behind this, because the earthen vessel is not like some stainless steel. It's going to absorb that unclean thing, and it's going to spread germs. You know what I'm saying? It's not a vessel that you can reuse once something unclean touches it, because it's not going to be, it can't be washed out. Is that correct? John? It can't be washed
like
out.
Clay or mold.
Yeah, like clay or mold. You can't wash those vessels out with something unclean, because you're going to spread germs. You're going to spread the uncleanness. If the animal has something, you're going to spread that. You understand? So it says break it.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
Done. Throw it in the trash.
Get rid of it. Okay, the vessel shall be unclean. That was it. That's verse 34.
No.
I didn't read 30. Okay, verse 34. Of all meat which may be eaten, that on which such water cometh shall be unclean. And all drink that may be drunk in every such vessel shall be unclean.
So just what he just said, any cups, any plates, you drinking water out of an unclean vessel, it's unclean. Yeah, water is unclean. That's how severe it is. So what is this teaching you? Stay the hell away from unclean things. That's all. Don't cook it, don't eat it, don't touch it, don't do nothing with it, man. You come to the priest of God and we'll show you what to do with unclean. Can you have pets? Absolutely. But even when you have pets, y'all niggas better be careful. I've been seeing Jake trying to be a pet owner like the white man is a pet owner. You better not having pets all in your house, in your beds, in your sheets, in your kitchens. That is damn near nigh to being unclean now. Because
you're starting to see that.
Yeah, you start to see a lot of Jakes try to be like white people more and more.
Dog in the bed.
And you got dogs and cats in your bed which carry diseases and ticks, and come on. All you're doing is trying to be white. Don't be white. Be Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Be an Israelite, because that's who you are. And we have rules, we have laws of being clean, rules on how to deal with pets, rules on how to treat them, rules on how to eat food, rules on what foods to eat, how to conduct this, how to do that. This is a part of being an Israelite, and you have to do everything that comes with being an Israelite, or you're not an Israelite. And everybody understand? You thinking I'm just talking tough, and this is just tough talk. You are not an Israelite if you don't do the customs and keep the customs and the rules and the laws of an Israelite. You could say, well, I'm an Israelite because I'm by blood, But what are you doing? What are your actions? What do you eat? How do you behave? Whose authority are you under? That lets me know you're an Israelite. It also lets the Most High God know you're an Israelite. That lets everyone know what you're about. Everyone understand. But you can't just be some nut that thinks you're an Israelite just because you're a black or a Hispanic. And then you go and eat pork and shrimp and you got dogs in the damn bowls in your kitchen. Come on now. What are you doing? Letting animals all in. That's a personal pet peeve of mine. Like, I'm glad we read this today. You see a lot of jakes with pets try to be white and they have them all on the. It's just, come on now.
Kissing them in the mouth.
Come on now. You ain't a white man. You're not a white woman. Stop trying to be them. Right? You are God's chosen people. Conduct yourself in that manner. Be what God told you to be. And do what God told you to do. That's all you got to do. All right? Go ahead, Elisha. I told you to make it.
All right. Going back to the Hebrew, Leviticus chapter 11, verse 35. Wakal, Shar, Yapal, Manabalatham, Al Yawa, Yatama, Dun Award, Waka, right, Yatataza, Tamayom, Home, Watama, I, Yahayawa, Lahom. Verse 36. Ma'ayan, Waba, War, Makwa, Wa, Mayom, Ya, Tahawar, Wanagad, Bana, Balatham, Yatama. Verse 37. Wakal, it's like Wakaya, Yapal, Mana, Balatham, I'll call, Zarai, so like Zar, Ashar, Yazarai, Tahawar, Hawa'a. Verse 38. Wakaya, Yathan, Mayom, Al, Zarai, Wanapal, Mana, Balatham, Al Yawa, Tamawa, Tama, Hawa'a, Laham. Verse 39. Wakaya, Yam, Wa, Man, Haba, Hama, Ashar, Haya, Laham, La Kala, La Kala, Hanagai, Bana Balada, Yatama, I, Ra. Verse 40. Wa Kal, Mana Baladas, Bagadyawa, Watama, I, Ra, Wahan, Nasha, Nabalata, Nabalata, Yakabas, Bagadyawa, Watama, I, Ra. Last verse, verse 41. Wakal, Hasharataza, Al, Harataza, Shakwataza, Hawa'ala, Yakal.
All right, this is Leviticus. Next week is going to get good because we get into the birth.
Yeah.
Next week, next Saturday, you want to join us, Sabbath service, not around this time, our normal time, 11 a.m. Join us, man. If you're local, if you're in the vicinity, you live in the city, join us physically in Sabbath service at the Lucille Bluford Library, Saturday at 11 a.m., man. Next Saturday, we get into birth. Women going to want to hear this one, Elisha. What you are, if you're unclean when you give birth, and where our oppressor gets that from, of being laying down for 6 weeks. A woman being pregnant and resting and giving birth and resting for 6 weeks. That comes, from the Bible. We'll get into that next Sabbath service. So you want to join us next week, all right? So now let's finish this off. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 11, and we're beginning at verse 35. And everything whereupon any part of their carcass falleth shall be unclean. Whether it be oven or ranges for pots, they shall be broken down, for they are unclean, and shall be unclean unto you. Nevertheless, a fountain or pit wherein there is plenty of water shall be clean, but that which toucheth their carcass shall be unclean. Verse 37. And if any part of their carcass fall upon any sowing seed which is to be sown, it shall be clean. But if any water be put upon the seed, and any part of their carcass fall thereon, it shall be unclean unto you. What is this trying to prevent? Don't allow things that are dead to touch anything that you are going to use. You know how many diseases that alone stops? Mm-hmm. If you let a dead carcass flesh touch anything and you touch it and use it, it just spreads germs. You're spreading germs, you're getting everyone sick, you're giving them COVID and scarlet fever and, all different manner of sicknesses and pestilence. Why? Because you are just not obeying the cleanly laws of the Bible. And it is very important to be clean. And when we say clean, don't just think of clean being like, I'm fresh out of the shower. Clean meaning that it is something, not dirty clean. Clean meaning, what's the best way to put it? Purified, right? It's clean, it's purified. Like if you see water that is clear, that is what clean is saying in the Bible. It's like clear drinking water, potable water. It's clean, it's fresh, it's purified, it's consecrated, right? That's what being clean is. Now, there's also the clean of fresh out the shower, which also takes place after a man and woman have sex. You're supposed to get in the bath, take a shower, and be clean from all those impurities. But being clean is just simply not having those impurities. You're purified, you're clean, right? That's what being clean is in the Bible. It doesn't sin, right? If I go and touch a dead dog, I'm not a sinner, but I would be unclean. You understand? Now I have an impurity on me that I have to wait a while before it leaves me as I wash. You understand? As I wash my body, as I wash the clothes that the dead carcass flesh touched. The carcass touched my clothes. I have to wash the clothes. And guess what else, Elisha? I have to wash myself. Then after I wash myself, I have to wait until even or sundown until I'm clean. Now I can come around the people. Now I can come around the congregation, and now my clothes are fresh. Now they're clean. Now my body is fresh. It's clean. There's no impurities on it. This has to do with medical. It's medical. Don't think carnal. Think medically, right? When the doctors, before they perform surgery, guess what? They scrub and clean it all the way up to their shoulders, Elisha. Doctors roll them sleeves up. They take these bars of soap that have pads on the back and they scrub, and there's a one use only. You can't go and reuse that bar of soap. You have to throw that bar of soap away. Why are they doing that? To scrub all of the impurities and uncleanness off of their hands and their flesh before they perform a surgery with gloves on. It's a precautionary measure that the Lord took with us so we don't spread germs and diseases. Everyone understand? All right, this is verse 39. And if any beast of which ye may eat die, he that touches the carcass thereof shall be unclean until the even. Verse 40, and he that eateth of the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. He also that beareth the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. Verse 41, and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth shall be an abomination, it shall not be eaten. Any comments, any questions, any comments, any remarks, Elisha? Any questions? All right, with that, I imagine, which means they stand. So just to preach. Oh, so like you, before we stand, belay my last, the sister Patriarch said, Khan, I just can't stand animals sleeping with them and kissing them. Give the sister a hand. Just the sister is a Jake, just nasty. She's an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. I don't know what's wrong with them, sis. They starting to be like white people and let the dog lick them in the mouth and share food with them and give them it, put them in their bed. You're gonna have fleas and ticks and Lyme disease and all manner of nastiness. And then on top of that, you begin to smell like that animal that you have in your house. Like we are becoming a people who are like white people. We're becoming very, very primitive, and it is not pleasing to the Lord, man. You don't want to be some damn animal Viking like the white man. He's an animal. He's a Viking. He wants to the Bible says Esau was out there in the woods like hunting all day. In this heat out there just hunting full of, pouring cow's piss on him so he can go hunt that cow or that bovine animal or that deer or that skunk. He just wants to kill and be greedy and just eat unclean, unlawful animals and stink. That's not who we are. We're not that. We're not. That's not who the Lord wants us to be as a people. And when I say as a people, I don't just mean black people. I mean so-called Native Indians and the so-called northern tribes as well, the Spanish-speaking tribes. You as well. All of us are the same, and the Lord doesn't want us to be unclean. He doesn't want us to be like white people. Keep them animals in a cage in the backyard. Have a place for them to be. Don't have them roam around in your bed and in your kitchen where people eat. Then you'll get COVID-24. Don't do that. Be a clean people, which is what the laws of Moses are attempting to get us to do. Go ahead, Elijah.
If I may, sometimes before we get out of here, sometimes I do part-time, I Instacart part-time, to get some extra money. And I did a price chopper run not too far from here. I was dropping off this groceries. And when I tell you, man, I pulled up to one of the nastiest houses I've ever seen in my life. It was some old oppressor, some old Edomite, and she had animals every goddamn where in the house. You could tell. So I'm walking up to the driveway, and I'm like, how the hell do I supposed to leave this on her porch?
Yeah.
Her front line looked like a goddamn jungle. You couldn't open the fence. And she said, hold on, give me a second.
Yeah.
And listen, I BS you not. She had two long rides that stretched from her window from the front yard all the way to the driveway. And she had it set up to where I had to put the groceries on the ride and slide them to her window. And the only thing I could see was the dogs running around in her house. But her house, she was a hoarder, and it was disgusting. The house, the ride stunk, the driveway stunk. It was just disgusting.
Yuck.
And I had to slide the bags on a stick so she could fish and get her goddamn bag. That's white people. That's what we turned it into.
Yeah, it is.
And you sisters putting away your husband, that's your future. So like,
full of cats
and dogs in a house where you turn into a goddamn water looking silly
and nasty. Just think about the funk in there and the carpet and the poop everywhere.
I got some buddies.
That's the reason
supposed to be recorded.
That's the reason why. Listen, that's the reason why the Lord attempted to give us law. Gave us laws so He can attempt to civilize us.
Yeah, that house need to be flat. There's nothing in there that's lawful. I guarantee you, she's not lawful.
We have to be a civilized people, unlike the heathen, unlike other nations of people. Other nations aren't civilized, right? They're just nasty. They're not clean. They don't have a code of conduct when it comes to being clean. They don't have laws of cleanliness. The Arabs don't have laws of being clean. The African, the East Indian, the white man, they don't have clean and unclean laws. They're a bunch of animals. A bunch of animals who need somebody over them to rule over them, to give them law, which is what we're here for. But if you're going to act like them, what's the point of having that inheritance you have? It's time for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to wake the hell up, man, and come into the truth so you can learn your culture, your heritage, and the way of life that God intended for us to live, right? Join us next Sabbath service, man. We're going to go into more clean and unclean. With that, I just us up here, stand. Saw.
Shalom to Israel.
Saw. Everyone stand. All right, everyone stand. Sit down like that. Well, down, which means to rise and face the east. All right, we're going to start with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Quadash.
Hayah.
God,
I.S.U.P.K,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Alapaka,
Leviticus,
Ratazai,
Ratazai,
I.S.U.P.K,
I.S.U.P.K,
Ratazai,
Ratazai, Kawah,
I.S.U.P.K, Bashamai,
Shemaiah,
Thundernow,
Thundernow,
Lafon,
Call, Yawam,
Wasalakana,
Wasalakana,
Kawawafna,
Kawafna,
Wasalakna,
Kasalakna,
Kawawafina, Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Kabiyana,
Kabiyana,
Say
Say
Ball,
Abal,
Abashayana,
Shayana,
Mayan,
Mayan,
Ra,
Ra,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Ka,
Hamalakwa,
Amalakwa,
Allah,
what the power
of
of Amen. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Give us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
The power in the Hebrew, Yahweh,
Shimmy Awashah, Baba Koshah,
the thunder now,
a cock,
La Pa'a, Makala,
Madawa, a cock,
that's a hole,
that's a hole,
Amatazariah,
a cock, La a mafia, a cock,
Awakawa,
Tama Allah,
Garshan,
Shimmy Awashah,
the Wadaman,
Wadaman, in English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, please give us the power, power to heal, all manner of sickness, and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh, thank you. So be it.
The prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Hashem
Yahweh,
Barak Lanao,
Wayasha'Allah,
Waha,
Sapar, Barak,
Rapah, Magun, Hashem
Yahweh,
the Wadaman.
what we just said was Yahweh in the name of Yahweh. Bless us and Israel in the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha,
Ayanya,
Ahahar, Ayan, Yabaa, Izar, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemaiah, Maharatazah, Al-Yathan, number one, Regal, Al-Yanawam, Shamar, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yashan, Shawamar, Yahweh, Shemar, Yahweh, Tizal, Al-Yah, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'ah, Wayra, Layla, Yahweh, Yashamar, Kalra, Yashamar, Napash, Yashamar, Taza'afka, I will love Aman in English. Keep not thou silence. I'm sorry. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out, and thy coming in. From this time forth, and even forevermore. So be it. This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahai. Adami Alaka. Alta Karash. Alta Shakwa. All. Yahanna. Awayabi. Hamayawan. Washanai. Nasha'awa. Ra'ash. Yariyam. Sawa. Wayataya Tazawa. Altazapawanya. Mawa. Nakaki. Goya. Wala'ah. Yazakar. Sham Yashal. Aywa. Ali, Yakaraf,
Iowa,
Zawawah,
Zawawah,
Bunyalawah,
Salah,
I.S.U.P.K,
Laham,
Kasiyasa,
Sayasara,
Yap,
Nakhal,
Yashwan,
Yashma,
Yashmad,
Bayanda,
Iowa,
Iowa,
Daman,
Adam, Shaytham,
Diab,
Ira, because
Calling to say a come, Shaw,
Mawah,
Rashad,
Shah,
now,
no,
no,
Nawa,
Hayya,
Alahaya,
Hayya,
Alahaya,
Shaytham,
the guy, the golden,
Wash,
Punjuraka,
Ira,
Ira,
Kalahaba,
Wakalahab,
Kalahaba,
Alaha,
Young,
Ayam,
Sabbath,
Wabasawap,
Hello,
Halam, Malaha,
Hanya,
Palawan, wherever question, Shimka,
Yabash,
where the home,
idea,
where the park,
where the
a thatch of God, the body, ow, you won, ow, call, Aman, Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumble. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy and consulted against thy head. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Eden, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarites, the Baal, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asa also is joined with them. Hope in the children of Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabez, at the brook of Kassan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a red, and like Zed. Yea, all their princes, as Sabbath, and as the moon, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. Oh Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, and men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. So be it.
This is the prayer, the blessings of the parascripture scripture in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shah?
Why Yahweh Shah?
Why Mayaka'Allah?
Why Mayaka'Allah?
Why
Alahaya?
Matazabia?
Alawap Yahanna.
Alawap Yahanna.
Alawap Yahanna. Hasaranya.
Hakatazayani.
Hakatazayani.
Hakayayal.
Hakayayal. Wahab Yahweh.
Hashim Yahweh Shah.
Hashim Yahweh Shah.
Wada
Aman. What we said, Salaki, in the English. Yahweh. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yahanna. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it. Sar, which means to turn. Salute. You told me to do this. Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead. You need to go anyway. Men of Israel, gird up thy loins and prepare to salute the Torah. Sar. How about Shimei al-Shabrak? Yeah. Sar. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K, Shabbat, I.M.Barak, Yahweh Shimei al-Shabrak, Yajimatah, Sar, face the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K, Shabbat, I.M.Barak, Yahweh Shimei al-Shabbat, Yajimatah, dismissed.